Welcome back, everybody, to Kohler Bluff Dynasty here on the channel, and we are taking on the SMU Mustangs in this episode. And we're both teams that came into the American from other conferences. I moved SMU back from the ACC to the American, and we're both probably the two best teams in the conference right now. And there we go. We get a touchdown on them. Honestly, it wasn't that hard, honestly, to do that. Pretty easy. Honestly, 3rd and 5 here, second quarter. So close game. We bring him down with a sack. It's Chris Jones bringing down the SMU quarterback right there. And we come back 4th and inches here. And Mekhi Frazier, not as good as, McBride. McBride would have taken that one to the house probably. But Mekhi Frazier able to bust through, pick up the first down. We come back again. Another handoff to Frazier. Gets a touchdown. Super easy stuff. I mean, just this SMU defense, it's not very good. Honestly, it feels like. I thought they'd put up a better fight than this. Redding, looking, firing, finding. I believe that is Isaiah Shelton for the touchdown right there. And we roll SMU in this one, 27-17. It was super easy. Honestly, I didn't even play anymore after those first 3 drives. Redding with 2 interceptions. Not sure what that's about. I feel like that's been an issue with him all season in the sim, has been the interceptions. It's just kind of what it is. It is what it is with him. I think that's just something we're going to have to deal with, honestly. Defensively, 2 sacks today from Chris Jones, which I do love to see, and an interception from Caleb Lavelle. So you like to see that as well. So we advance the week. What do we get? We get Brian Melendez, 3-star running back from Illinois. He does commit to us. And then we have Dawsey and the other Spoon guard. We're both in the running for both of these players. So we come back through here. We're looking to add some more players to the board. Quarterback could always be a potential need for us, and Deontay Boyd from Iowa, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and we're going to add him to the board here, offer him a scholarship. We have decent sells for him, but not the best, and it really comes down to if they align with what we're good at for him, because if they don't, well, then we're SOL. So what we're not SOL on is potentially the college football playoff, and that is if we run the table. If we're able to finish out this season undefeated and win our conference, we're going to be going to a playoff game. Now, is this way too soon to be going? Probably, but it is what it is in college football. Come back here. Going to take on Navy, which is a little bit interesting if you know anything about this series. We play in the Navy Stadium anyways, because I thought this would be a good stadium to play in, because it looks kind of cool. And maybe we get some weather, snow, things like that. That hasn't happened because I don't think you can actually get snow with a team builder. At least not in Dynasty. If you go and set it up like in Play Now, you can get snow and stuff if it's in like a sim that has that. But if you're just playing Dynasty, you're not going to get that because the game is going to read it as if you are playing in Florida. The game, like the stadium is still technically in Florida, I guess. If that makes any sense. Everything else will read the correct location. We get a touchdown right there. Brandon Lewis. We go up 7-0 right here. We come back second quarter. Starting to wind down. Going to be a play action. Look, quick throw right here to Isaiah Shelton. We get a touchdown. And I think the American might be too easy for us. I think we might be one and done in the American. Redding. Going to throw this one here. Brandon Lewis again. Tries going up top over someone. Redding already up to over 200 yards on the day, so keeping the turnovers down. I like to see that. I don't want to see too many turnovers from him in the sim. So Mekhi Frazier, we're going to run a screenplay here, and we try cutting it back in. I'm not sure what 51 was doing. I was waiting for him to just go and block. He never does. He just kind of, I don't know, shuffles his feet, doesn't get out as much as I would like. Frazier, we cut it back inside with him. We get a touchdown. And we extend the lead versus Navy, versus the troops. Shout out to the troops. But we got to beat you. So 21-point lead here. We're going to go over there. Going to find Jamal Rivers, senior player. Going to come back again here. Going to try to run this run play here. Mekhi Frazier spins through the contact and is able to get the touchdown right there. So we're doing pretty good here in this game, honestly. And it just kind of feels like it doesn't really matter. I mean, we are going to dominate a lot of these American teams. That's just kind of where we are at this point in the program history. You know, I think we would probably struggle against most good Power 5, really more Power 4 teams, right? But we win this one 35-0. I mean, when we think of the Power 4, it'd be the ACC, the Big Ten, the SEC, the Big 12. So I'm blanking on this. The Big Ten, ACC, SEC, and the Big 12, right? Those are the 4 power conferences, right? Because there's no longer a real Pac-12. Granted, in our dynasty, the Pac-12 is back. So technically, we are back to the Power 5 because we have the Pac-12 back here. I remade it. I'm not sure why I crushed my own brain like that. But 3 passing, receiving touchdowns for these guys. We were able to get the ball through the air. Running game was working pretty good. We look here. Not able to get too many sacks. We did get 1 interception from Malcolm Ziegler. So I do like to see that. That's always good to see. But yeah, everything else was just kind of whatever. I mean, there's not much to say. We dominated this team. And we're going to advance on here. Hopefully we can get some more commits so we can expand our recruiting board, keep trying to fill in those holes. And Keon McNitt, left tackle from Oakley, California. Terrell Abreu, right tackle, commits. Alex Tuttle from Green Bay, Wisconsin, commits. So we get 3 offensive linemen, creating more depth there. Those guys probably won't play next year, but could be guys that could play in year number 5 of this dynasty. Baptiste, we are in the top 5 with him, and we are pretty much running away with this one. You can never be too sure, though, just because you don't know what the pipelines are for the other schools going after him. So we have to get this hard sell. Gotta get it right. And yeah, because those pipelines, man, do they really matter in recruiting this year. I feel like the pipelines are just a little too powerful. We're gonna add 3 linebackers to the board here, and we're gonna try to get at least 2 of them. If we get all 3 of them, that's great. But if we can just get like 2 of these guys, I would be very happy. Troy Fasano going up on the board here. Talia Kopp is going to go on the board. And then I'm looking here, who should I prioritize? Both of them are going to get, the scholarship. Is just only one of them can send the house right away. Eventually, Talia Kopp should be able to send the house, but looks like he also has some good sells right there for us, kind of in that middle part. So if we can get him, that'd be great. So we're going to come in here, take on one of our former MAC conference brethren, and that is going to be the Western Michigan Broncos, who I have to give them credit. They make brown and gold or yellow look really good. Some people think those colors represent shit and piss, and then they do. And we're not even get into what the white represents as well. That's a really wild party you got going on there if all 3 of those colors pop up in the bedroom. But what's not going to pop up, I think, and shock us is going to be Western Michigan, because this was a team that I think when we played them when we were in the MAC the second year, we dominated them. I mean, that's why we left the MAC. Came to the American here for year 3, but we decided to keep a MAC school on the schedule, and we get an easy touchdown right there with Mekhi Frazier. We come back here, 3rd and goal. They're looking, throwing, firing, and they're going to find one of us, which is not good for them. That's an interception. We picked that one off, and they could not get points on the board, and then our offense is able to march down the field. Red zone alert, 1st and goal here. And this is just a simple levels concept. Gonna see what triangle does. Do we like that? Nope. Circle, that's what we go with. And we end up getting the touchdown right there. Too easy. I mean, I think we have good enough receivers that we can pretty much do whatever we want to a MAC defense. Redding going to throw this one underneath the Frazier. Frazier going to drag a man into the end zone. Touchdown. There we go. And we're up here 21-0 again. And look at that block right there, number 95. Just absolutely ran through that guy. Go rewind that and take a look at that. That was a really impressive play, but super easy stuff here. Again, like I said, we can dominate these MAC teams and 2-minute drill, get some points. I decided not to jump in. At that point, I'm just going to AI or the CPU handle. I said AI almost, but let the CPU handle the rest of it, and they just get a pretty easy victory. I mean, 34-7. We did most of the work here and just kind of took it easy on them there. You know, it's not the old BCS system where you got to blow teams out. So, Vernon Spoon, the right guard, does commit to us after that game. He saw that game and said, I need to go play with these guys. But we do lose Cassius Dawsey. He ends up going to Bowling Green. Not sure why he wants to go there. They're a program not on the come-up. We're a program on the come-up, and he doesn't want to come play with us. So, Deontay Boyd, we are moving up that board a little bit here. Maybe we can beat out Nebraska for him. And Fonsano and... actually, they're both Fonsano. Travis Fonsano and the other Fonsano. I didn't even notice that those guys are either brothers or whatever because they're not from the same state, I don't believe. So we need to add a safety to this board. And we're looking around here. And Micah Madden... We're going to add him to the board here. Out of Texas, again, we don't have the pipeline on him, but we do need to just take a shot in the dark on some of these players because why not? So, going to take on Charlotte here. They are 3-7. This is kind of the penultimate game to our regular season. So we come in here. Charlotte, they're not too good. We're going to throw this one over the middle of the field. Isaiah Shelton breaks a tackle. That's a great catch. Able to have the body control to not get brought down right there and able to kind of regain his composure and just walk into the end zone for a touchdown. That was very easy, honestly. So I like seeing that and I'm not sure. He made a play on the DB, made a play on the ball, kind of. So we come back. We're up 14-0 and Mekhi Frazier going to get this screenplay here. And that's a good pickup. You almost wonder what Deshaun McBride would do with a play like that. And how far would he take that with his like 98, 99 speed? Well, I don't know, but we're at the point now. That's a nice run from Mekhi Frazier, but Deshaun McBride is back. He is, ready to go. We're just not using him yet. We are going to use him a little bit sparingly here to close out this video. Get him a few, touches. We pick up the first down right there. Looking to go up 3 scores right here. And try to make this a 3-possession ball game. We come back. Here's a handoff to McBride. He doesn't get the best blocking on that one. 4th and goal. We're going to keep him in. And we're going to go for it right here. We're going to wait for our offensive lineman to welcome Deshaun McBride back from his injury. Either way, he's able to get in on the second carry, get the touchdown. And McBride probably had a really promising season. But ended up, again, missing time because of an ankle injury. But he is going to save some of that wear and tear. Almost gets in for the touchdown right there. Going to save some of that wear and tear for potentially the playoff. And save it for his career for next season. So we come back here with DeAndre Carter, our 3rd running back. Really 4th running back. He gets in here. Gets the touchdown, I believe, because Ty Hardy is technically more of our 3rd running back. But DeAndre Carter, really good 4th running back. And again, another game that's just super easy for us. We dominate them. Shut them out, 27-0. Probably had backups in, just, controlling the time, controlling the clock, and punting the football. 20 of 30, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception for Redding. And 2 rushing touchdowns on the day for McBride and DeAndre Carter, sophomore. And Mekhi Frazier led the way as a total in rushing. We come back here. 2 receiving touchdowns on the game. Isaiah Shelton and Jamal Rivers, the senior. Our time with Rivers is running out. Very disappointed. I'm going to miss him. He's been very good for us all the way back. Even year one, he was really good for us. No sacks in this one because, that's how it is, and no turnovers as well. We just kind of punched him in the mouth and dominated him there. So, first place, Baptiste. Edmonds, we're looking pretty good on. He is a 4-star. He has reached his top 5 schools. 2 more 3-stars as well. So, I think we are firmly in 3-star and 4-star territory. Have yet to get a 5-star, mostly because I haven't gone after them because I play it safe with recruiting. So, final game of the season is to be against East Carolina, and this is for us to potentially really try to keep our playoff standing here. We would host Ole Miss. Now, what do I think we're going to do in the playoff? Honestly, if we're not playing like TCU or even maybe NC State, I think we're probably going to lose, honestly. I don't expect us to win. That is such a massive jump in competition to what we've played all year. Just insane levels of competition jump that I think is going to be really difficult for us to go into the playoff, even if it's a home game, and expect to get a win. So one final regular season game here, and we are probably locked into the conference championship, but this could be potentially our final American game of this dynasty, because it might be time for us to jump up to one of the Power 4/Power 5 conferences. There's 5 of them in my dynasty. Time to jump to one of the P5s. And it's probably not going to be the Big 10. Probably could be the ACC or Big 12, though, I think. But I think this is what we're doing here with this team in year 3. Imagine what we would do in year number 4 with this team. Even better, probably in the mid-80s to the American Conference. It's time for us to jump up in competition, I think. And I think we're going to try to win these next few games, see if we can make some noise in the playoffs, and then get prepared to jump to the ACC potentially in year number 4 of this dynasty. So I want to thank you guys for watching this one. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. Be sure to come back for more Kohler Bluff Dynasty. And I will see you guys in the next one for more College Football 26 Dynasty. Peace.